Hey, Cowboys Nation! Today we're diving deep into some significant moves happening on the Dallas Cowboys offensive line. And there's a lot to unpack here. One of the biggest updates is that Tyler Smith will remain at left tackle for at least the remainder of this season, rather than moving back inside a guard. This decision has sparked plenty of discussion about what it means for the team's line overall, and it's important to understand both the immediate and long-term impacts. Offensive line shifts are never simple, and this one brings questions about player roles, protection schemes, and how the Cowboys plan to move forward as they approach 2026. With Tyler Smith at left tackle, the team is clearly making a strategic choice based on both necessity and potential, especially considering Tyler Ton's ongoing recovery. Ton is still out with a high ankle sprain that keeps him sidelined beyond Week 17, which is not entirely unexpected given the standard 4 to 6 week timeline for such injuries. With him unavailable, Tyler Smith becomes the best option at left tackle for now, but the implications stretch far beyond just plugging a hole in the lineup. Tyler Smith has demonstrated he can handle left tackle duties, but it's no secret that many see his natural fit as an interior lineman, particularly at guard. While he has adapted to tackle responsibilities and shown competence, there is a strong argument that his skill set is better suited for left guard, where his footwork, strength, and ability to manage interior rushers can shine more effectively. This is especially relevant when you consider the current state of the Cowboys' offensive line, where the balance between protecting Dak Prescott and opening lanes for the running game is critical. For Dak, interior protection can make all the difference, allowing him to step up in the pocket and navigate pressure without constantly feeling defenders in his face. That kind of stability is essential for any quarterback, and having a lineman like Smith in the right position could provide exactly that. At the same time, Tyler Ton's situation complicates things. While there's hope he could return later in the season, his role isn't straightforward. There's talk of him serving as a swing tackle if he comes back, giving the Cowboys flexibility to move him where needed. However, Ton has historically been a left tackle more than a right tackle, both in college and in his professional career, and he had shown excellent performance in the games leading up to his injury. He was trending toward becoming a reliable, even standout, left tackle in the NFL before the setback. This raises questions about why he would be used in a swing role rather than being immediately reinstated at his more natural and effective position. If the idea is to experiment with him on the right side for depth or future planning, it makes sense in theory, but it's a delicate balancing act to ensure you're maximizing each player's strengths while still addressing team needs. Another piece of this puzzle is Terrence Steele. He has been part of the offensive line rotation, but his performance has plateaued, and while he can handle starting duties, he hasn't shown significant improvement beyond a certain level. The Cowboys now face questions about his long-term fit and whether keeping him in the lineup is the best move or if alternatives like experimenting with Ton at right tackle could offer a better path. It's a challenging scenario because it's not just about who plays where this season, but also how these decisions shape the team heading into 2026. The right moves now could help stabilize the line, build depth, and position the team for success, but any misstep could create gaps that impact both the run game and Dak Prescott's effectiveness in the pocket. In addition to these shifts, TJ Bass has entered the conversation at left guard, replacing Brock Hoffman for now. This move emphasizes that the Cowboys are trying to optimize their healthiest and most effective five-man lineup, even if that means juggling positions and experimenting with different combinations. Bass has shown promise, and when paired with Tyler Smith, he could offer a solid left-side duo, though questions remain about whether this pairing surpasses the previous combination of Ton and Smith at left tackle and left guard. Evaluating offensive line performance is never easy, but early indicators suggest that Smith's versatility could be a significant asset, providing stability and reliability in key positions while the team navigates injuries and development challenges. Looking at the broader picture, it's also crucial to consider long-term strategy. The Cowboys aren't just trying to win the next game. They're planning for a future where players like Smith, Ton, and others can contribute at their best positions, maximize their contracts, and create a cohesive, high-performing line. Decisions about who plays left tackle versus guard, how to manage swing roles, and which players to prioritize all play into a larger puzzle that impacts the team for seasons to come. Even small choices now can have ripple effects on player development, team chemistry, and the effectiveness of Dak Prescott, who relies heavily on the line to maintain his elite play and minimize pressure situations. The conversation around Tyler Smith and left tackle isn't just theoretical. It involves looking closely at performance metrics, game film, and past tendencies. Smith has experienced moments of strong play at left tackle, including solid showings against teams like the Chargers and Rams, though he's also faced challenges like holding penalties. These moments highlight the ongoing debate. Does his value increase more at guard, where his strengths are fully utilized, or should the team ride out the season with him at tackle, ensuring immediate stability at the most critical edge of the line? His offensive line coach has noted that Smith excels at guard, and there's a strong argument that forcing him to reinvent himself at left tackle might not align with his long-term development or the team's best interests. Meanwhile, Tyler Ton's recovery trajectory and health history are key factors in shaping these decisions. High ankle sprains are tricky injuries that can linger, and Ton has had moments of slow recovery in the past. The team must weigh the potential benefits of reintegrating him at left tackle against the risks of pushing him too early or placing him in a position that may not be optimal given the current season's context. At the same time, the Cowboys are likely considering salary implications and roster management, balancing contracts and potential future moves to ensure that Smith, Ton, and other linemen are positioned to contribute effectively while maintaining financial flexibility. As we continue to break down the Dallas Cowboys offensive line, it's important to consider how all these moving pieces interact, not just individually, but as a cohesive unit. The decision to keep Tyler Smith at left tackle has immediate implications for the season, but it also ripples across the entire roster. When you look at offensive line construction, balance is everything. Each position relies on the others to maintain the integrity of both the run and pass game, and any weakness can have a disproportionate effect. Tyler Smith's adaptability at tackle is certainly a plus in this scenario, but the long-term question remains whether this is truly maximizing the team's potential or simply addressing a temporary gap caused by injuries. Ton's absence creates a vacuum, and the Cowboys must make strategic decisions now to avoid disrupting chemistry. But they also need to consider the 2026 outlook, where development and proper positioning could be the difference between a playoff contender and an average team. One of the complexities in this situation is evaluating player performance under pressure. For instance, Smith has shown that he can handle left tackle duties, but his natural strengths as a guard could provide better interior protection for Dak Prescott, particularly given the style of play that Prescott prefers. Interior linemen have the advantage of being able to manage immediate pressure and create predictable pockets for the quarterback, whereas tackles face the dual challenge of managing edge rushers while maintaining leverage against faster defenders. This difference is subtle but impactful, and explains why many analysts and coaches see Smith as more effective in a guard role over the long term. It's not that he can't play tackle, but rather that his skill set could be more fully realized in a position that leverages his footwork, strength, and consistency in interior engagements. Meanwhile, Tyler Ton's potential return introduces further layers of complexity. He has been a highly effective left tackle in the past, showing improvements in habit, technique, and decision-making compared to his earlier years as a college right tackle. His development on the left side was significant, and prior to his injury, he was trending toward becoming a standout starter. Reintegrating him isn't just about filling a position. It's about determining the best way to use his skills within the current line configuration. If he returns as a swing tackle, it suggests the Cowboys are prioritizing flexibility, but it also raises questions about why they wouldn't simply reinstate him at left tackle, where he has proven success. The timing of his recovery, combined with the need to balance Smith's current placement, creates a scenario where strategic planning and careful evaluation of each snap matter more than ever. Adding T.J. Bass into the equation at left guard further emphasizes the need for balance and experimentation. While Bass has shown flashes of competence, the Cowboys are essentially testing different combinations to find the most effective left side partnership. Offensive line performance isn't purely about individual talent. It's about cohesion, communication, and how linemen react as a unit. Even slight misalignments or misunderstandings can lead to pressures, sacks, or blown run plays. Evaluating these combinations in real time, especially under the scrutiny of NFL defenses, requires careful observation and a willingness to adapt. The challenge is compounded by the fact that offensive line injuries and adjustments can quickly disrupt rhythm, meaning that the coaching staff must be proactive and precise in their decision-making. Another factor to consider is contract strategy and player valuation. Tyler Smith is an emerging talent, and the Cowboys face decisions about how to maximize both his contributions and his value relative to salary cap considerations. There's speculation that positioning Smith at left tackle could be a short-term solution while still setting him up as one of the highest-paid guards in the league, creating financial and strategic flexibility. Meanwhile, Terrence Steele's performance and contract situation introduce additional variables. He has plateaued in terms of development, and while he can contribute as a starter, he may not represent the long-term solution the Cowboys need. Evaluating whether to retain him, cut him, or attempt a trade requires balancing on-field performance with financial prudence, a delicate act that impacts the entire team. Looking at the larger picture, offensive line decisions also play a critical role in shaping Dak Prescott's performance. Prescott has been exceptional at mitigating pressure, but even an elite quarterback can only do so much against consistent, high-quality defensive fronts. The right combination of left tackle, left guard, and interior lineman is essential not just for protecting the quarterback, but for enabling the entire offense to function efficiently. Each gap, each snap, and each matchup against opposing defenders can influence the outcome of a game, making these decisions far more impactful than casual observers might assume. The Cowboys are effectively building a framework for success that must account for present realities and future aspirations. In addition, player health and durability are central concerns. High ankle sprains, like the one sidelining Tyler Ton, are notoriously difficult to recover from, and rushing a player back into a high-impact position can risk further injury or reduced performance. The team must weigh the benefits of immediate reintegration against the potential costs, which include both individual health and overall team performance. Balancing recovery timelines, rehabilitation, and game readiness requires meticulous planning from the coaching staff, trainers, and medical team, as well as clear communication with the players themselves to ensure that everyone is on the same page. The Cowboys' offensive line situation also highlights the importance of adaptability. Players like Smith, Ton, Bass, and Steele must all be prepared to adjust to different roles, communicate effectively, and execute assignments with precision. Even the most talented line can falter without cohesion and trust among its members, which is why these positional decisions are so critical. The ongoing dialogue around left tackle versus guard, swing tackle roles, and optimal pairings underscores the complexity of building an effective offensive line in the modern NFL. Each decision carries consequences, both immediate and long-term, that affect not only individual player performance, but the broader strategy and identity of the team. But before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the Dallas Cowboys. Feel free to share your thoughts on the news in the comments as well. The Dallas Cowboys are officially out of playoff contention, and the fallout is already making waves across the league. According to insiders close to the team, frustration has reached a boiling point, with one of the franchise's star players openly questioning the decisions of head coach Brian Schottenheimer. Sources suggest that locker room tensions have been simmering for weeks, and this latest development has only intensified speculation about the team's direction moving forward. Rumors are swirling that the veteran player, known for both his on-field dominance and outspoken personality, has privately blamed the coaching staff for the season's collapse. While the Cowboys roster is undeniably talented, critics point to questionable play calling and a perceived lack of strategic adjustments as key factors behind the team's failure to reach the postseason. According to sources, the star player has expressed frustration over game plans that he feels do not fully utilize the team's strengths, sparking debate among fans and analysts alike. The speculation doesn't end there. Conversations around the league suggest that the Cowboys could be entering a period of internal evaluation, with management potentially considering significant changes to both the coaching staff and team leadership. While nothing is confirmed, the narrative that a star player is openly attributing the team's struggles to the head coach is feeding an already fervent rumor mill. Fans have taken to social media in droves, debating whether the blame lies with the coaching staff, the front office, or simply a team that underperformed despite high expectations. As the offseason looms, all eyes will be on Dallas. The combination of missed playoffs and internal criticism creates an atmosphere ripe for speculation about trades, coaching shakeups, and roster adjustments. For now, the story remains one of tension and uncertainty, with insiders hinting that the relationship between the star player and the coaching staff could shape the Cowboys' future in ways few anticipated at the season start. Rumors like these have the potential to dominate headlines, and if even half of the speculation proves true, the next chapter for the Cowboys could be a dramatic one. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the Dallas Cowboys, please subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. We always look forward to your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.